My name is Joris. I did Fab Academy in 2017 in Amsterdam. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I actually am currently making a living off of my final project that I did in Fab Academy. I'm going to talk a little bit about the failures that I encountered after Fab Academy, but also how I sort of managed to turn that into something really positive. So this was my final project, and what this was IoT Lego. So basically what you're seeing here are different bricks that have different functionalities to create a really simple IoT system. So the base module had a Wi-Fi ESP-based Wi-Fi module. Then the red thing is a temperature and humidity sensor, and the top layer is just an LED visualization layer. And so what that allows you to do is put together these different components and build your own system without any soldering or knowledge of technology, really. So for my final project, I developed a series of these modules, each doing different things, and they were laser cut. Basically, the enclosure was laser cut acrylic, and then I had my own PCBs, and the top was 3D printed. Now, before I go on to saying how I built a business out of this, just a little thing that I figured out after Fab Academy that might be useful for you now. This was the next iteration after Fab Academy where I made a professional PCB. So the way it works is this is a sensor PCB, and it has an accelerometer, a gyroscope, a light sensor, etc. And then it has the pogo pins that help it connect to the other layers of the bricks. And then the shape of the PCB is so that it fits in a laser cut enclosure. So this is kind of what the internals look like in a later version. Then projects, when they have that good application, can really thrive and expand across the world because people can use it for something. And I just didn't have that. My product was fun, and the prototypes worked well, and people were excited, but it wasn't really useful. So what I started doing is I just started running workshops with my Idea Challenge kit. And what I do now is I've run these workshops with large companies like Heineken, Procter & Gamble, a lot of government institutions, and I live off of those workshops. And actually what I'm doing now is, rather than developing the whole thing from scratch, I'm taking everything that I know from Fab Academy on how to make Lego connected and what it would take for this to work really well for my application. And I'm just modifying third-party platforms. So when I figured out that, you know what, I learned how to build everything from scratch during Fab Academy, so I know exactly what it needs to do. But now I also know what it doesn't need to do for my application. And so just modifying or building on the shoulders of someone else's work can be a really powerful way to advance your project if you know what your application is. So I live off of my final project, but not in the way that I had envisioned it. I envisioned it to be a product that I would mass manufacture and just sell as hardware. You never know where this is going to take you, but thinking about your application and taking your time to figure out how your invention can benefit others, it can be a really powerful thing.